Look, the only thing worse than building a personal brand is building a brand knowing that none of your followers cannot convert into dollars. You see, the only thing worse than building a personal brand is putting thousands of hours into something knowing that it doesn't convert into dollars. For example, maybe you attracted a lot of people that are not your ICP because you posted specific content. You see, the type of content that you post is going to attract a specific type of people. And if you're not attracting the right people, you will not be able to print money from your device. Right, from your iPhone. From this phone right here, you can print millions of dollars from this phone right here. In the past month, I made over $20,000 USD in literally just 1 week, only because I understand how to position myself as somebody who's worth investing into. And in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to start building a brand that actually turns into a business. So it all comes down to one thing: positioning. How do you position and frame yourself on social media? This factor is literally going to dictate who you start to gravitate and attract to your personal brand. For example, if you put yourself as somebody who puts out content, for example, like Brain Rot, like somebody who just makes a lot of content based on top of the funnel, right? And I'm gonna break down what top, middle, and bottom of the funnel is. But if you make a lot of content that's top of the funnel, you may attract a lot of views and followers, but you're not gonna attract dollars. You see what I'm saying? So understanding what top, middle, bottom of the funnel is going to help you turn that brand into a money-making machine. What is top of the funnel content? Top of the funnel content is basically the type of content that just gets a lot of views in the general audience. And this is one of the most important factors in terms of getting people to the door, right? I like to look at it as a home analogy, right? Top of the funnel is basically the type of content that brings people into your home. The more people you have into your home, the more eyeballs that you have, the higher the chance that you have to sell something to somebody in your home. If you have 100 people in your house, right, and 1% of those people is your ICP, you're going to be making, like, let's just say your offer is 5K, you're going to be able to close at least one of those people in the 100. A lot of people don't understand how to use top of the funnel content, and a lot of people struggle with getting the right leads. This is why you need to understand the difference between top, middle, and bottom. So now let's just say you master top of the funnel content and you now know how to generate views over 100K and get a lot of eyeballs through the door. Now we get people through the door. And a lot of people don't know what to do when they have them in the house, right? A lot of people nurture them with top of the funnel content, which is why they never turn into dollars, right? You're never building the trust. All you're doing is just putting out content. And when your current followers are seeing you put this type of content out, it doesn't build no relationship with them, right? It doesn't build no emotion building with them, right? When people come to your page, they need to be coming for a specific reason. For example, people come to my Instagram because I teach people how to grow personal brands. Or for example, I'm a fitness coach, right? And I'm getting a lot of people to my page, but all I do is post memes all day. Where am I building the connection, right? Where am I building that trust for these people to want to buy my coaching? Who would you rather buy from? Somebody who makes videos, a fitness coach that makes videos on memes, relatable gym things, or trends? Or would you buy from somebody who talks about the scientific meanings behind certain muscle groups, right? Somebody who seems like he's an expert in what he's doing. He knows exactly the type of information that he's putting out. And that is what essentially builds that, trust, because you're teaching people, you're giving people information, you're giving people real value that they can go in their lives, apply, and get some real transformations for themselves, right? Who is going to want to invest into you more? The person that gave you value and transformed you, or the people that just entertain you for the laughs and giggles? You see what I'm saying? So it all comes down to your positioning and how you start framing yourself. Are you somebody who gives value? Are you somebody who gives impact? Or are you somebody who is just a relatable figure, somebody who just copies trends, somebody who doesn't really put that much effort or time or any thinking into their content? Once you decipher what kind of content creator you are, the first step is acknowledgement, right? If you are somebody who makes a lot of trending content, now all you need to do is, you got top of the funnel, you need to start balancing out the middle and bottom. Well, now, what is middle of the funnel? Middle of the funnel content is the content that nurtures your audience, right? It nurtures your ICP. It nurtures the clients that you are going to end up coaching, right? So, for example, how do you nurture them? You nurture them with value. You nurture them with trust. You nurture them with stories. You can nurture them with information. All these things is feeding them, right? Because if they can use your information, if they can use your value and apply it into their lives and see that it works, automatically they're going to see you as somebody who's done something for them without even charging, without even charging a single cent. Now imagine if you said that you have a product that can instantly that could transform their lives within a short period of time. They would automatically, just because they're so warmed up, just because they like you now as a person, just because they trust you, they're going to want to buy from you more because you nurtured them, because you warmed them up. And that's what middle of the funnel content does, is it warms them up. Now, bottom of the funnel is literally when you just make content on what it is that you do, right? Whether it's a transformation, whether it's a client testimonial, all these, this is the type of content is what sells, right? So basically, if I was a fitness coach, I will talk about how I helped this person lose this amount of weight, put on this amount of muscle in this amount of time. Now, if you want those same results as my client, Jacob, comment down the word this, right? So it's basically showing exactly your skill. It's showing your service, and it's putting your skill out there and hard selling, right? This is the type of content, it's important, but you don't want to keep using it, because then if you keep making this content, all people are going to think of you is somebody who just wants to make money off of them, right? If you bring them to the top, middle, and funnel and trickle it all down and post at a specific balance, right? You balance it out, a 70-20-10 rule, 70 top of the funnel, 20 middle of the funnel, 10 bottom of the funnel. That's when you make a brand that actually turns into dollars.